Hey guys, welcome back for Towers Films here, and joined by
Doug 218. Wow, you were on my set earlier to shoot video. No, I'm on hers.
check out his channel. He's got some good videos too. A little different than what I do. So, anyway, episode 2 of Masterchef Canada season number 6, and first team challenge.
Dun dun dun.
And what a challenge that they threw them into. A wedding.
Not just any sort of wedding, a Caribbean themed wedding.
Caribbean themed wedding. Now the bride and groom, Chloe and Jeremy, were, I think they're both born in Canada, but their parents came from the Caribbean. Chloe's parents came from Jamaica, and Jeremy's parents came from Trinidad. So they wanted their reception, the food, to be Caribbean themed.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's on with their background. So because that they were the best dishes last week, Tony and Chanel were the two team leaders. Tony got the red team and Chanel got the blue team. So their first choice, because I think Tony did a little bit better, so he got first pick. He could choose between either picking his team or he could pick the protein they wanted to cook with. So he said, if you've got a good team, they pretty much can cook anything. So it doesn't matter. So he wanted to pick the team first.
I kind of agree with that, though.
Yeah.
You want to stack your team with the best people,
Right.
and if you made it to this show, you had to have some skill.
Yeah,
so.
but as you know, if you've watched it, there are people who, even though they're good, they beat out thousands.
Oh, yeah.
And even just to get to the top, now they're at 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. Because you even saw it to beat out like the semifinalists and all that, just even to get to this point. So, but there's still going to be ones that are stronger than others, especially in specific kinds of cuisine. And because it's Caribbean, some of them hadn't done Caribbean before. So Tony, his first pick was, forget his name.
Okay.
But his son's specialty is Caribbean.
His first pick was Andre.
I was thinking, I knew it was an A name.
So Tony, he was smart to grab the one Caribbean dude.
Right, of course. So they picked their teams. And there's about 5 to a team. Of course, there's 10. So then Chanel got to pick which protein they picked. So she picked shellfish and chicken, which left Tony with
fish and beef
and fish.
And this actually took place at Madson's Greenhouse in Newmarket.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it looked like a beautiful location.
Yeah, if you've ever been there.
The teams had to make
an appetizer
and a main
entree
for 121
guests. And okay, if you're a chef, that's probably not going to be they probably serve more than that at dinner. Yeah. But if you're a home cook, that's going to be a lot of people. So they're like, wow. And for 5 of them to cook for 121 people, that's a lot. But they actually did surprisingly well.
Now, Tony's a soccer coach.
Right.
So he hit the ground running. He got, he had 4 pans on. He had things going.
It was well organized.
Very organized. I will give him that.
The blue team were a little bit more disorganized because for a while they really couldn't come up with what they wanted to do cohesively together first.
There was too many chiefs.
Right.
Where
Tony was, I think, better at, what's your idea? And incorporating it into the dish kind of thing.
Well,
because they didn't have anybody, I don't think, on that team. Well, yeah, he had, they listened to Andre, and he, jerk and, things like that. So they really listened to what he said, and then other people's input too. But the other team were pretty much, as I would say, blind, because there wasn't really anybody who's done Caribbean.
But you can even see the leadership styles.
It was quite different.
Tony, you knew
who was the boss, especially
was.
Later on.
Yeah, it wasn't his most shining moment.
Well, because as it got into it, you know how the chefs are. They're very much, you need this, you need that, make sure of this, make sure of the cook, all that kind of stuff, make sure of flavoring, all that. So Tony, I think, was getting a little frazzled. So he started yelling at everybody.
Yelling.
And even telling Audrey to shut up, and especially yelling at Chrissy. And they get along really well.
Yeah.
And she's like even saying to like the cameras later, that's not her.
That's not my Tony macaroni.
Right. It's not. You could tell he's stressed, kind of thing. Because he's not like that normally.
Well, he even said on.
He said that.
It wasn't his most shining moment.
Yeah, and he said, stress does not bring out the best in him. And so.
And he's a fiery Italian man and very
definitely. But it's still, even though he was yelling at first, he was able to get calmed down, and it was still pretty organized. Yeah. And everybody had their own station, and they worked well together, and they helped each other out for those who got behind, and all that kind of stuff. In contrast, at first, the blue team seemed a little bit disorganized.
It was like a hot mess.
Because Chanel at first didn't seem to take control. And then after a while, she started to be a little bit more, do this. But at first, it wasn't really like that. And everybody was kind of just doing their own thing. Really, and they're really far behind on stuff, especially the blue team. And so then Josh took control of the chicken and said, and she's like, okay, do that. Like Chanel's running around like her head chicken with her head cut off. And Josh's like, don't worry about the chicken. I got this. Go do something else. And he did. He did really well with the chicken.
Oh, and he was the one that was picked last.
Right. He was the last pick.
For her team.
And in a sense, is that really even being picked or default? You go to the one by default because the last person picked, what was Chrissy by Tony. And so Josh was the last one. So he had to go to Chanel's team by default. Did she really want him? She changed her mind later on because he became invaluable to her team. It became invaluable to her team.
And he manned up, really manned up. Because they were under ridiculous time constraints. Oh, yeah.
I mean, with that many. I mean, they're like, okay, you got 5 minutes to do it. And they obviously did the appetizers first. The blue team did, the scallop or soup.
It was like a soup, but they said it was a little too bland.
Yeah, they didn't put a lot of flavor in it. And as you guys know, if you've eaten any kind of carabiner, it's very flavorful, very spicy, very flavorful. So they didn't actually put enough flavoring in it. They liked it, but it was bland.
The appetizer course went to the red. Their fish appetizer, everyone.
They really liked it because they were putting a lot more flavoring and all that kind of thing into it. So people were really saying that they liked the red better, their flavoring.
And the worst was when Rogine, she ran out of soup.
Right.
They were still plating up these appetizers, and he's like, "Oh snap!
He didn't make it up.
We don't have enough." So it's like, okay, we got to do something, and he MacGyvered it together. He used what soup was left and a few other ingredients to take that little bit and expand it out.
So it would serve the rest of the people who needed it.
So kudos.
And I think it was that point where they had like 3 or 4 of them working with them.
Yeah.
Because they kind of had to, because they were really time constrained.
Oh well, and also
everybody had to get fed.
And you got servers backed up,
right?
And then you got that,
and you got the chefs yelling at
you. You got that blue-haired crazy man screaming at you.
Yeah.
I just let me just get this done because I want that in my case to shut the heck up.
Well, because they're always kind of there. I mean, I know they're trying to help, but I would think it would also be stressful to have them right in their face. Yeah. They're like, oh, did you shot this? Like, because they were talking about when they were doing the coleslaw, that they were doing it kind of too slow. Got to do this. And Tony, of the red team, kept yelling for her to help out with, I think, the meat. Because they're making a stew for their entree. And she's like, and somebody said to Tony, no, she needs to finish that for appetizers first. She needs to do that first. We've got this because they're prepping it for the entree for later. And Tony wanted her to come help with that. And like, no, she's got to finish this because that has to be done first, kind of thing. So then they moved on to entree. And the blue team had a jerk chicken with, I think, some vegetables in it. And the red team did
Had a beef stew
had a beef
with
stew
a dumpling.
and dumpling, and only Andre was the only one doing dumplings, which was kind of dumb because he's like, I'm the only one who could do it. Of course, it's going to take forever for 121 people dumplings.
But you know what? Someone else should have.
He could have said, like,
Said,
here,
"Let me
pull it
help you."
apart, dump it in.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how hard is it to roll some dumpling and throw it in? You know, once the flavor and all that, you know.
You gotta look like the blue team had a couple of serious cock-ups.
Well, because this is when the blue team started to kind of have a little bit of a problem with the dumpling was on the red team, but they really, really started to fall behind. And no, the dumplings, the
Dumpling was on the red
on
team.
the red team with this.
So Rosine ran out of
the
soup.
soup, and then when Josh was taking a big tray of chicken out, the whole thing fell on the floor or on the ground, and they didn't know if they had enough chicken for everybody.
Okay, let me ask you, didn't it look like Chef Claudio kind of had a smile on his face?
Well, because he's like, Chef Bob's like, oh my god, like that. Yeah. It almost looked like he was laughing at it.
You know, but Josh was the
But they
superstar.
counted, and they had the exact amount. You
With
could not,
with
with one to
extra.
spare, but you wouldn't be able to screw it up, you know, because you had nothing
You
else to
couldn't
back it
yeah,
up.
you couldn't refire
If
anything
you
else.
burned it, you were screwed. But luckily, he actually did very well, and they liked the chicken dish. So then, the chefs were noticing they were just running out of time. So they okay, we're gonna have to help. They're not gonna finish this unless we help them. So all three chefs went in, they split up, went into each different kitchens, and actually helped them finish up. I mean, you see the difference now. They cut, you know, they're like a machine.
You know, like,
And it's funny. I think it was Michael said, "Who's the fastest to cut pineapple?" I am. It's like, and I said to Doug, to 18, I'm like, "Of course you're a chef." You're like same with like Claudio and Alvin. I mean, you do this all the time. Of course you're fast.
I probably would have been the smart ass on camera going, you're a professional. I cook for maybe 4 people.
At home, by family, and maybe for a party. You know, you're cooking for restaurants.
But a lot of them said to have these professionals in there with us, like we're already stressed.
Yeah.
To have them come in and just kind of.
But at least when they did come in, they did calm it down.
Yeah.
Because you've got the professionals there. And that kind of gives you some confidence
And
that it's going to turn out okay. Because, you know, there's somebody who knows what they're doing, and they're fast, and they can direct you kind of thing in the right way. So they really calm both sides down.
Also, when you have someone like a Chef Claudio who seems to be a very calming influence.
Yeah, he does. And Michael, I think, does too.
Say, okay, look, you know, kind of get that flow going back in the kitchen when everyone serves you just
frazzled.
Hurrah, man,
Right.
because no one wants to go into the pressure test.
No, of course not. Especially, well, never, but especially not this. It's only like the second episode in the first team challenge. You don't want to lose. So it comes down to they're able to serve everybody. They're all happy, and the guests and everybody liked their food. So we were thinking, you know, we had our own idea of who would go home, like would lose.
We kind of armchair quarterbacked it.
Well, just based on, you watch it, you'll see, just on what the chefs and what the guests were saying, you kind of think, okay, it's probably this team, right?
Yeah.
Well, blue. But it actually ended up being red that was the winner.
By 3 votes.
By 3 votes. That's it. They're very close. So it shows you, and we think they won it because of their appetizer, because they liked it better. Because a lot of people like the chicken better than the stew. But the stew, a lot of people liked it too, and the dumplings and stuff. So red won. So we go into the pressure test. So they decide what they could do is save one person. So they decide they're going to save Josh, because Josh basically saved him because of the chicken. And even Chanel said that he was a rock star.
He stepped up and he gunned it, and I will never pick him last.
Well, she goes, he'll never get picked last again. And he probably won't, because he basically helped save that team. Yeah, because everybody loved that chicken. So what they had to do was make 2 cheesecakes, one sweet and one savory.
But you gotta love how they did it, though. They kind of set them up for that. Okay, everyone, this pressure test is, and they reach out.
Cheesecake. And of
Cheesecake.
course, it's a sweet one.
And they're like, some of them are like, okay, Colin's kind of going, oh.
He doesn't like to bake.
And then, just to throw that wrinkle like Masterchef wants to do.
Not one, but
Alvin
two.
goes, oh, wait. There's more. And you have to do a savory version.
A savory version. So it's eaten for in 80 minutes. So, and it's funny, Jennifer to the camera, like, 2 cheesecakes in 80 minutes. Ha ha ha. She laughs. And it's difficult to do.
You know, because these things need time
They need to set.
And you have to
And
really
cool
manage.
down. And that all, I mean, it takes time. And 80 minutes to do that is not a lot of time. It's less than an hour and a half. So, you know, I mean, to do 2 of them.
You know,
Even
and
with blast chillers.
so Alvin does his,
The time starts now.
and it's chaos.
Okay, they all run into the kitchen, grab their ingredients, run back.
You could see some definite great ideas.
Oh yeah, there were some really unique ideas,
Like-
and others not. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I kind of questioned. Well, Jennifer did a everything bagel with herb and garlic cream cheese cheesecake
And she actually made it look like a bagel.
because she
And
took
she used one of the molds and cut the hole in the
the
cheesecake,
shell.
and then the top looked like
Yeah.
cream cheese, like on top of a cheesecake. It was really, really innovative.
You
That
know,
was the savory one. And I think she did a chocolate for
chocolate
the
one.
sweet one.
and I
It's
would
really good.
I would have liked to have seen Chanel's matcha tea,
Yeah, she made a
Cheesecake.
matcha and something else, cheesecake.
but the problem with hers, It
It didn't
collapsed.
set well enough, so it collapsed.
and like he literally
Except for the flavor was good.
flavor was good,
It just it didn't set enough.
and he held it up and he showed her, see here, it's
Well-
still raw.
Well, because look, even when she took it out of the mold,
She did
it
something.
actually collapsed in the middle, and she's like, "Oh no, my cake!" Because she's trying to take the like the parchment off the bottom,
Yeah.
just put it on the plate. It was literally caving in from the middle, and she's like, "My cake's falling apart on me." So
You
she
know.
had technical problems with her matcha.
And Colin struggled right out the jump.
Colin said he doesn't like to bake, so he did a sweet strawberry one. And at first, he even said it didn't have strong enough strawberry flavor, so he
Oh,
added actually more puree to it. Now, and like Claudio said, strawberries have a lot of water, and so it's going to weaken the structure of the cheesecake and kind of
And
break
it
it
did.
down, so it makes it harder to set. And that's exactly what happened to it. He had a similar problem to Chanel. It didn't set properly. It was still very runny.
It looked like mush.
Yeah. But the outside kind of set, but the inside didn't. It didn't collapse like Chanel's did, but it did. It wasn't set properly. Although they said he did get a nice, good, fresh strawberry flavor out of it. And his other one was
It was like a lemon cheesecake
lemon.
with like scallops.
scallop. Yes.
Because he's from the East Coast, he's from Newfoundland, living in Nova Scotia, and
And even they said they don't know that, like, the reasoning really behind that. Like, it didn't really work for them.
well, like Alvin said, I don't get.
I didn't get
Yes.
it. No. I get, lemon goes with fish. We know that, but not in a cheesecake. It didn't work for them anyway. Rosine made
A Stilton cheesecake. Now, Stilton cheese is a very strong flavored cheese. Like normal cheesecake is like a plain cheesecake is very
pretty
mild.
mild. It's a nice flavor.
So Chef Claudio liked it. He liked it.
Yeah.
So I like that.
And he made a tahini for a sweet one.
But they said because he kind of tried to do too many things with them at once. He kind of
Calvin didn't even say anything.
just kind of gave him that.
At least not on camera. He just kind of looked and walked away. And didn't even say it. That tells you a lot.
Yeah,
He won't even say anything.
Well, yeah, when he can render the demon chef silent,
Speechless.
it's either really, really good or
It was really, really bad.
really, really
But
bad.
if you look at his expression on his face, to me it looked like it was really bad. So even when Claudio had said, and that it was good, but the flavor was really strong on it, and I don't know if Michael liked it that much.
Michael?
Claudio, I think, liked it, but I don't think Michael liked it.
Michael is normally not afraid to say what's on his mind.
No, none of them are.
You know,
So it came down to Jennifer won.
She won
the whole thing. They really liked what she did. That they thought it was really unique with her making it look like a bagel. They liked her flavors and everything. So she won. So it came down to Chanel, Rosine, and Colin as the bottom three. Now, if you actually listen to what they were saying, you would think Rosine was going to go home, but no, he actually came in second, which was real surprising to us. Because they liked the flavors of both Chanel and Colin's, but I guess because of the technical errors, because they weren't set properly, I think that's what put them in the bottom two. But that other times has not made a difference if they really didn't like the flavors of other dishes. We've seen that before where there's technical errors, but they really like the flavor, so that saved them. So Regine got to go, so it came down to Chanel and Colin. And so we're kind of like, okay, we had a feeling who it would be, just because based on what they had said. And it ended up being Colin who went home.
But it was that standard. Don't give up on your food dream.
Right. And he was so sad. He started to tear up.
And and they're as they hug
him. They wanted to give him a hug.
They're like, hey, come on, big guy, don't worry about it.
I mean, like, even just to get there, is something else. I mean, you beat out thousands of people to get to top 12. And, I mean, that's 8, and you beat out 2 others even to get to top 10. So, I mean, that's quite the feat. Shows you have talent.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, your technical skills maybe work on them more, that's all.
It was a sweet, savory, and spicy episode last night.
It was. And it was quite good. It was good. It was a tough challenge for the first team challenge, doing a wedding right out the bat. Because, really, you don't want to ruin it because you feel bad if the food isn't very good.
Well, that's more or less what they told them. Like, do not ruin these people's special day.
But no pressure.
No pressure. You got to cook for 121 people, but...
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure.
And it's just a wedding, but no pressure. They'll remember this the rest of their lives, because 1, it's a wedding day, and 2, it's on Masterchef, and it's going to be broadcast nationwide, but no pressure. Yeah.
And go.
Oh, by the way, the losing team is going to go to a pressure test, and money is going to go home.
Good luck.
Good luck. But it was a good episode all in all. So next week is back to Mr. Box Challenge, and Becky's going to be on it. So that last year's winner of Masterchef Canada. The youngest ever winner of Masterchef Canada. So that'll be interesting to see.
It'll be interesting to see what has she been up to since her time.
Yeah,
has she pursued her?
I'm sure that they'll ask what she's been up to.
It's always neat when they show back up in their Masterchef
their chef coat, yeah. Because we know, what's her name? She's also, of course, a redhead.
Mary.
Remember Mary? She's got a new show
called Mary's Kitchen Crush.
So there you go. A lot of the Masterchefs have done well for themselves, say books or whatnot. So we'll have to find out what Becky's been up to. Well, that's it for this week of Masterchef Canada, season 6, episode number 2. Enjoy it if you haven't watched it yet, and if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button up there or down here, depending where you are. Upload every time Masterchef Canada is on. And also we do a couple other reality shows as well. Also do Big Brother Canada and also Survivor. And coming up soon will be Amazing Race. So if you like any of these shows, subscribe, hop on. Take care, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.